Hello, welcome to Pastors in Recovery. I'm John. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus who struggles with addictive behaviors, and I'm so glad you're here. This is a safe space where we can share the ups, downs, and everything in between as we face our hurts, habits, and hangups. Together, we'll embrace our brokenness, lean into God's grace, and take this recovery journey one step at a time. Let's get started. Welcome to this episode of Pastors in Recovery. I'm glad that you're here today. We have a guest today, and he's going to remain anonymous, but his testimony is really cool. I am so excited for the progress that he has made, and we're just going to talk to him about how overcoming the darkness in his life by letting in the light. So the first question I have for you is, you've been in recovery for a while now, and this is your second CPR group. What actually led you to do a second CPR?
I felt like I was making progress in my recovery journey, but I felt like it would be helpful to do it again and continue to deal with the underlying issues that I have and the accountability that I get and the unique camaraderie of a bunch of other ministers is unique in the recovery world.
Another question I want to ask you, because I know it's like a big thing, is, how safe is it for you to actually share like your hurts, hangups, and habits, without worrying about it getting outside of our group? I mean, do you feel comfortable that your confidentiality is intact?
Yes, I feel completely comfortable. In fact, I feel more comfortable sharing in a CPR group than I do at a local CR meeting, just because I don't know those people at all, and I don't know they have different things on the line. But with in CPR, we have a bunch of other pastors, ministers who are facing the same thing if their hurts, habits, and hangups get out, and they're there to heal, not to snitch. And so I have never gotten the impression in either of our groups that there was a desire to get dirt on people, but instead it was to uncover and let light in so that we could all heal in a safe way.
Yeah. So feeling like it's safe, doing it another time so you can continue to work on your recovery. Just one more question, real quick question before we go here with this interview is just, you've actually connected then with like a therapist, you're saying. How do you feel like the connection between, doing a pastor's recovery group has helped you to work together with a therapist? In other words, doing both together, how has that been for you? Is that helpful to have both?
Yes, it is helpful to have both. And I think that's because the CPR group forms more, we might call it like an accountability group. And I have made the most progress in my recovery working with a therapist. He was able to do things like internal family systems and brain spotting. And in like 2 different sessions, I made a lot of progress, way more than I might have made under following the 12 steps. But maybe I wouldn't have been ready for those sessions if I hadn't done the 12 steps at least once. But yeah, I see CR or CPR in this case for me as basically an accountability group of people that are in the same type of situation that I am.
That's awesome. Accountability. And that's exactly what we're going for here is so that pastors can have that level of accountability, and feel safe in it. People that they can actually open up to and know that what they say is going to stay there. And so, anyways, want to thank you for being so open and honest and sharing today. I know it's going to help a lot of different pastors out there that are just wondering about, should they join a group? Is it safe?
They
And
should.
I think your testimony is great. So thanks
They
for
absolutely
sharing.
should. They absolutely should, because the only way to overcome the darkness is to let in the light.
There you go. All right, man. Thanks. If you've been in a CPR group yourself and or a 12-step group as a pastor and you'd like to be interviewed on this podcast, just let me know. Email me at pastorsinrecovery@gmail.com. Thanks for joining me on Pastors in Recovery. I hope you found encouragement and maybe even a little hope for the journey ahead. Remember, healing is a process, and you're not alone. We're in this together, one step, one prayer, one day at a time. Until next time, keep leaning on God's grace and walking in faith. I'll see you in the next episode.